Hello friends, today I would like to release another video. Yesterday I did this simple video for my Russian community, that small one and very appreciated community that I have, and I would like to release the same video for my English speaking community. I was thinking that this whole drama and all those more famous streamers already say that express their point of view on why World of Tanks is dying. But it's been last month or something, everyone released the videos. But I guess the drama has not settled down. I see a lot of people saying on forums and all that stuff. I did watch all of those videos as well, and I quite frankly think that not everything has been covered, and I have my point of view that I would like to express. I will try to strip this video of all the bullshit that I have in my Russian video and just get to the point. First of all, I identified few stages at which the people are leaving or making this game dead. And we'll start from very beginning. The very first one is we're going to answer this question. Why are new people not coming into this game? And I have very good experience here. I tried to hook up one of my friends with the game. And I mean, it's a nice game. I love it. I love the mechanics and stuff like that. So I advise them. I do know that this game is shop heavy. Let's say you cannot really play without a premium tank, premium account, premium reserves, because it's just way too grindy, which we'll get to in a minute. I was well aware of that, but I still suggested this game because I believe that it is a nice game. It has a special mechanic not yet offered in any other game other than War Thunder. But yeah, and we're starting from beginning. Let's get to the Tech tree, and I will show you where the fall-off's happening. The beginning stage is about 1 to 4, 1 to 5 for those that didn't leave before. What happens? People come in there, they start to play, and there's like a very bad tutorial. My friend said he barely passed it. He's not super good player. He is a casual, not a filthy casual. He is a well-educated casual, as I will call them later on this video. He learns his things, and he says the tutorial was not self-explanatory. It was on the tough side, and he managed to pass it. And then he got into a game. And he faced another problem, which I've seen other streamers show, especially Russian ones. He faced the problem of being griefed on. So what happens then? They endured that bad tutorial which needs an improvement, like a huge overhaul. It has to be mandatory to perform that tutorial for new players so they understand and get into the game pretty ready to play. So what happens? They roll out on their tier 1, tier 2 tanks, and especially tier 2 tanks. And they start seeing all these griefers, I will call them. All these cool guys, cool kids, who have all the tanks that they could afford. They use... These are not top... These are not Unicums, they are not top players. Because those players are simply bored of this game already. They don't even want to play in this with all the, sand tanks over here. But everyone else who have a lot of tanks unlocked, and they feel that middle game is unfair, they are all down, they get into their gift tank or one of those OP premium tanks at tier 3 or tier 2. They get in them, they put in their crew, 6-pair crew inside, which is fully trained. They put in their premium consumables, premium equipment, all that stuff. They roll out and they steamroll all the fucking noobs that you can see there. I'm sorry, I don't want to offend anyone here, but that's what happens. And they say like, oh shit, it's so fun, it's so fun. Yeah, but it's 1 or 2 people every game who ruin experience for all the new players who have not experienced how far it goes, who roll out on a tank with a 50-person crew trained, without any perks, without any bones, without any equipment, without anything, because they simply haven't gotten any of that yet. And since this game is free to play, they just entered this game to see what's up. And before they start investing, before they start getting premium account or premium tanks or something. They just want to see what's up with the game, and they're just slammed like that with all these griefers. And I did actually went down and played with him on those my tier 2 tanks or my tier 3 tanks, and I saw this happen there with him. When I was leveling up my account back in the days, I had similar issue because I returned to the game late after being scared by its grind in the first place in 2013. Yeah, so that's one thing that's going on. Second, you cannot give them these bad tanks for new players. Like this whole 50, 75, now like 100 crew training should stop. It should just be 80, 90, 100. 50 is just way too low. And give them something there in the beginning, because otherwise you're just scaring off the potential player before they even become good players or anything like that. The tutorial, a good tutorial, mandatory tutorial with a good reward, gives them a freaking tier 6 premium tank. It's still not a credit maker or something like that. It just gives them one of the bad ones just so they can, feel valued, But they're being scared off. That's one thing. And second, you need to do something about these griefers. I really don't see the whole point of playing 1 to 4 at all. This is like an extra tutorial upon the... It's like a tutorial in place of an actual tutorial that's supposed to be here, and it doesn't really play. The game starts out on like level 5 and up. So all these griefers going in and ruining it for all the new players is just not good. That has to be removed. No reason to give all those crappy gift tanks and stuff. Making another like battle option here where all these people who want to go and play low tanks with 6 per crew just go in and fight bots and enjoy themselves there, but not ruin experience for all the newer players, right? And this is another reason why Wargaming has introduced bots for lower levels, which I think is not right. So we already decided that the beginning is ruined for new players. They simply come in, before they even hit the grind wall, which we are getting to next. They are simply disgusted by griefing. They do not understand how the game played because it's not introduced properly to them, and that's how they're scared. So we are moving into those players now who are still new, yet they endured all this griefing, and they somehow tried to learn what it works. They have not gotten into all the details yet, because that's where you get over here, like a tier 6 on your first tank, as I remember it properly. So they're still here, they still endured that. After getting to tier 5, the grind really gets up to speed. Like, it really jumps from 3000 XP to 10 and then 20, and then it pretty much like doubles all the time. And they start leveling, they got their tier 5, and they're leveling into tier 6, and they have not paid for premium account yet, they have not bought reserves, they don't have a premium tank. They see this grind. I'm in North America, and here we are not used to Korean grind MMOs. Like, this is something similar. If you play without reserves, premium account, and etc., the game is really unplayable. I personally cannot play it without like at least premium account, because it's just too grindy for me. So people who have like work, school, who are more serious, and here in America it's a very different gaming type. For people are extremely different, and we value our time more because we get paid more than, let's say, I don't want to offend anyone, like in Middle East. People really, it's cheaper for them to play this game and grind it out, all those marathons, than going to work extra day or something like that. So yeah, they face that grind, and they're like, what the hell? Like, I'm not playing that. They really, like, this is where they start seeing how this game, being free to play, uses, like right now going out videos about EA doing crappy things right now. here they start to face the problem where they see that grind is just too heavy for a regular player, and that they're being pushed into buying a premium account or a premium tank. They should not get that feeling. The grind should be lowered down by 20-30% by something. You'll say, well, they are noobs, they're not skilled and stuff, blah blah blah, we don't need these players. I will explain to you two things. First of all, grind has absolutely no connection to skill. I've seen a lot of people who don't play 15 hours a day a game and they still play well. They might not be competing for prizes as all the Unicums in a top where we will get to soon, but they still play well, and I call these people educated casuals. They learn the game mechanics, they do their job, they just do not have a lot of time to play, and I would rather have someone like that on my team than some wannabe Unicum who destabilizes a team game by always cursing and or trolling and all that crabs and team killing because he thinks he's just so skilled, but yet he plays 15 hours a day. Yeah, I would take the educated casual over that wannabe Unicum hardcore player and questionably hardcore player. So yeah, that grind is just not good. It needs to be lowered down. Second, even bad casuals are needed for this game, and this game is really not friendly to casuals whatsoever. So now that we decided that grind, I'm not saying remove it completely, no, just make it more friendlier. Like there's no need for that heavy grind. People who want to spend money on premium account or a premium tank and they have this money available, they will do it anyways. People who cannot spend it completely, they still want to play the game, they might like it, but they will be turned off because of the grind. We still need those people. We still need those people. The game still needs them. Because, you know, it's like I used to work in a liquor store. And there's only certain type of wine, certain type of vodka and other booze that actually brings money into the store. And if the store would sell just that type of booze, you know, those brand specific, no one would go to the store because it has no variety. It doesn't feels like live and stuff. So they have to maintain certain wines, expensive ones as well, which they sell like one bottle every 2 years, just so you know they can maintain a stock and variety and provoke interest in people to come in there. Same thing needs to be done here. Those casuals, they will make this game alive. They will make this game alive. And they are direly needed for this game. They will, like, just because the game will be populated, more people will be more encouraged to come into this game. It will become more, you know, popular. And then a word of a friend, oh, I know this game, you come and play it, and stuff like that. So I think that in the first 5 years or whatever this game been out, a lot of people were scared by the grind and the really predatory tactic of people being pushed with this excessively heavy grind to actually, you know, pay for premium account and stuff like that. So yeah, that's where the other type of players are lost, who would be good and still would make this game healthy. Now let's get deeper. For gamers like myself, and next will be Unicums. I do not count myself a Unicum, but I would consider myself a hardcore player. I do play a fair amount of time, and I did my share of learning. So what I see here in the middle, a lot of complaining about matchmaking, how it's bad and blah blah blah. First of all, I got used to +2 tanks, +2 tires, -2 tires, right? But really at tier 8s is where you feel it, and tier 7s, you know, where you feel all that bad stuff. And I really think that's not right. I mean, it would be nice if Wargaming did +1 tire, -1 tire. It might have like a little effect on, you know, matchmaking time by itself, but it will make them so much, it will make the game and tanks so much easier to balance. Because now let's take Defender, for example, at tier 8. And tier 8 we will take as an example altogether. Now it will be easier to balance tier 8s with accordance to tier 9s and tier 7s. Where defender in such thing, it will still be a strong tank. He still feels alright versus 9s. With tier 8s, he's okayish. But tier 7s is for the tanks where defender is OP. So now, Wargaming all Wargaming has to do is just to top up a notch for like all the tier 7s, like where they are. Tier 7s a little bit. And that's it. Without taking into account the tier 6s. Or maybe, well, but defender is a premium, they cannot do the, nerf it. But it will just, they have to take into account only 2 tires, one up, one down, and this will make it a lot much easier, like, for balancing the game. There's, I don't know why they haven't done that, why they haven't thought about that. I think +1, -1 is the best idea that we should have here. This would be doing well. Another problem for people who, like me, once again, have all these tanks, and even though I count myself a little on the hardcore side, I still believe like I'm not Unicum, and I'm not going to join those top clans to play for prizes and stuff, because I also don't have all the time in the world to actually do that. However, I stopped playing this game, like I come back, like I take 2-3 weeks or month off, then I come back, play for a week, or maybe I play like a day in between. I feel myself not having a good carrot to play this game. Like, the rewards are not even there. In summer times, they had this small, short marathon. In June, I believe it was, for 2 weeks. I dumped lots of time into it. I did like a Clone Wars. I dumped lots of time into it. I did a lot of things for my guild, managed the webpage, did a lot of things to organize and have all the time slots ready for us. I really sweat my ass off there. I really sweated. And after that sweat, I came short about 50 tanks, 50 spots for a Clan Wars tank. And I was like, why the hell? I had to change shifts with my co-workers to get home on time and play, for Clan Wars and do a lot of stuff. Like, why the hell I do not deserve one clan tank? I just don't get it. This is another problem I see. I'm not the only one who is thinking like that. I value my time. And today's, we have right now Clan Wars in January, I'm simply not inspired to play it. Because I know that all the Clan War tanks, all the good rewards, will go simply to that top 5 clans. That's it. No one else will get anything. Well, maybe a few Unicums who sit in the other clans somehow will get a tank or something like that. That's about it. What I'm saying is that the game overall feels unrewarding for those players like me. And we need those rewards. That's one. Second, I do not understand why Clan War tanks are not available for everyone who put in a good share of game time into it, into the Clan Wars. Not people who played 4 games, but like me, sweated their ass off, and they still, why am I not eligible for that tank? Sure, the super pros and skilled, they deserve it, but here's the thing, they don't need these tanks. First of all, they don't need these tanks because there's no reason to make a strong player even stronger. This will promote the same type of griefing we have at lower levels. That's just unnecessary, it will ruin the game. I think those tanks should be available for everyone who put in a certain amount of time, let Wargaming decide how much is it. And that's it. Considering we still have to spend bones to play, to buy it. Then again, all the top clans getting all the good bones, all the gold, all the everything. And people like me who came just a little bit short, all we got is like 500 or 750 bones just for, it's like, thank you for playing, dude. Thank you for playing, and I'm like for 750 bones I can just grind it easily on my own within a week probably, and not just kill myself over the game like that. So this mid tier, it really feels empty and unrewarding. Does not promote participation. It has no proper carrot for us. That's one thing. Another thing. So people are getting tired of that stuff. I got all the tanks I want. I don't want to grind out all the tanks that all the other things that I'm not interested in playing. Like I don't like TDs and I don't really like artillery. I have one and few of TDs and that's it. I don't need anymore. So grind itself is not really content. It's not reward. They need to kind of promote rewards. Another thing that I want to mention is that we are locking game modes. Like we are having a frontline mod coming back in the first place. Why did they remove it? It's a fun thing. It's something to of variety. So that should be added back in. And on consistent basis like they plan to do it. But they should have done it like 2 years ago when they first came up with that idea. Why it takes like, so long, guys? It shouldn't take like that. Communism is over. I know it's Belarusian company and there's still an echo of communism there and excessive bureaucracy that comes with it. The world is fast today. You cannot be that slow. You need to act faster on things like that. Second, a lot of people, like, not second, it's like fourth already. A lot of people complain about skill level matchmaking, how one team gets Unicums on one side and another one gets all the red players. Invent another game mode, not invent, bring it back, the, what is it, how was it, ranked battles, yes, ranked battles, bring them back, and just don't remove them, and, manage the rewards properly there, so it's not excessive. It doesn't looks like you're just throwing out all the bones at people like that. Just bring it back and make it like this. 1 week we get in a special event, a mode open, which is frontline. Then we get in next week we are getting ranked battles open. Then third week we get in another mode that you just think of something, make something cool. Fourth week we get in something else, and there's something going on of variety to alternate our interest to promote like the thing. And please, like, properly reward us for gameplay. What's inside right now, it's empty. It's empty. The only really worthy reward is those premium, like not premium, the Clan Wars things that a lot of people simply won't get, and the Unicums don't need because they have all of them, and they just kill the whole purpose of that. So yes, this is what I wanted to say about me. Now, lastly, let's go into Unicums. Last tire off. Those people, they have all the bonds they want in a game, and they have nothing to spend it on. They have all the Clan War tanks, they have pretty much all the premium tanks, they have everything this game has offered. They play lots of time, they stream for the most part, they are in this game for competition, and removing esports for them was the dumbest idea ever. These people, they want recognition, they want prestige, they want to be recognized on battlefield and be feared because of their skill and stuff. Not because, what that mod is called, I forgot, that shows you blue, green, whatever it is. Not that mod to show and, to show their fierceness, but something out of the game. Like, they already have those tanks. That's the reason, like I'm saying, like, give them to a bigger public. It's not such a big deal, once again. And on the other hand, these people, they will play any tank extremely well. Even the shittiest tank will look good in their hands. So there's just no reason, once again, as I said, to make the stronger player even stronger, to promote Griffin. So, they don't really need those tanks. They need competition. They want to compete. They need those cyber sport, esport tournaments. They have to come back. If you don't want to or cannot for some reason do it yourself, you should just outsource it. Maybe even sell it out to someone, sell out the rights for that esport. But that has to return. Those players is actually the core, like, loyal people who are left and still trying to promote this game at least somehow. There's no reason to take that from them. How do you want to reward them, since you are taking away, like, will be giving away tanks and they will not be feel so unique? With a lot of other things like special camouflages, which they still get, but they get like one, and it's badges, other things. It has to be more cosmetic. It has to be more of variety, and don't slam everything. Like, give them a choice of what they want, like, or something like that. But yeah, that's what I think should be done. They want to be there for prestige, and their prestige should be properly rewarded in a cosmetic way. don't give them bonds they don't need and don't have nothing to spend on. Yeah, coming back in general we're speaking now. Bonds, there's nothing to spend them on. You will introduce the tanks. You've been talking about introducing tanks for bonds since last year. And I mean not 2018, I mean 2017. Why the hell these tanks are still not introduced? Just freaking introduce them. Just put them in the shop, like here, somewhere, like on a screen, like put them there, like, and just say, like, over here, like, premium tanks, like, okay, put one here and say, like, 5,000 bonds, that's it. That person got 5,000 bonds, he just click it and fucking buy it, that's it. Don't make it overly excessive, just invent some more tanks for bonds for us. Return all tanks, tune them up a little, whatever it is. Give us something to spend bonds on, except you know, premium equipment and premium consumables. Also, it cannot be just 5,000 bonds a tank thing. You need to introduce something for smaller amount of bonds, like 500, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. Not tank specifically. Maybe like tier 6 tank for like 3,000 or something. I don't know, maybe 2,500. But something else also introduced. We need that introduction direly. So yeah, make this game feel more rewarding. Provide us players with proper carrot, so we feel this desire to play this game, something to work towards, something that is in our reach. The way I see Clan War tanks right now for myself is if I was walking, you know, taking a walk to China from America, if there was, of course, no water and stuff, which is excessively long goal, and there's absolutely no reason. Like, I don't feel anything in my view range to be compensated for my efforts, and that's one thing that I want to mention. Also, I wanted to say that, you know, premium tanks are on an expensive side. It's still just a skin. After all those things, just because you shuffle around the statistics a little bit, it's still a skin. Doesn't change anything, and I don't think that you know, premium tanks should cost like 50 or 60 bucks. You know, between like 20 to 35, 40 bucks would be a healthy amount of, you know, money. This already scares off. Look at other games and how EA is being shamed for the greedy tactic. This is a greedy tactic. It's just you know, Asian community and Russian community, they are more forgiving to this thing because they haven't seen any better, really, you know, because all the Russian developers are simply like that, you know. Yeah, so this is one more thing to mention. Overall, I do like the game. I just don't have the carrot to play it, and people are leaving simply because of that. There's no carrot. The Unicums are leaving because there's no esports and proper, you know, recognition for them. New players are not coming because there's faced off with heavy ass grind, and you know, they haven't even tried the game really to see if they want a premium account or not. And some people, they don't even want to pay premium accounts. They can't, you know, and but they still need them just to make this game feel alive. So that grind, which I already said, is not directly you know, linked to skill at all, should you know, be kind of cut down a little bit. Another thing I want to say is like that griefing at lower levels should stop griefing at lower levels and griefing at higher levels through those Clan War tanks. They have to be available to a higher amount of public, you know, so, you know, people can actually get them and play, not just those few Unicums at the top. But instead, yeah, for Unicums, try to figure out a better cosmetic way, you know, sign of recognition, way to actually, you know, provoke their interest in playing. This is ended up being, again, too long, unfortunately, but thank you for watching. This is all I had to say. Hopefully this video gets out and people will understand what we are getting ourselves into and why this game is dying. Thank you very much. Have a great day.